We're Chloe and Ben, an Australian couple who have packed up our lives and traded it for one on the move.
Whether it's navigating the ocean or wandering the land, we've got you covered.
Subscribe for regular episodes as we explore the earth by sail, van and foot. Leaving Sydney, our overall plan was to absolutely hightail it all the way up the east coast of Australia, stopping only once in Coffs Harbour and then pushing on to Southport in Queensland and then onward to Brisbane from there. The only problem is, we hardly made out of Sydney Harbour before this happened. Now, if you've ever had seasickness, you'll know that it's no joke. The pitching and the yawing of the boat to the waves makes it impossible for you to keep anything down. And like clockwork, you'll be sending your lunch over to the fishes every 20 minutes.
So we've been sailing for 4 hours and we are crook. I've been throwing up and we've just got a bit of swell at the moment, which is not fun. So, not off to the best start. If it stays like this, we might have to change some plans.
And that's exactly what we did. The Port of Newcastle to the rescue.
Well, after a long day yesterday at sea of throwing up every 20 minutes, I reckon I threw up about 15 times.
Yeah, you would have.
Feeling a little bit better this morning. We're just in Newcastle.
I had a really good night's sleep, which was good. I think that helped a lot.
We'll sail out to Port Stephens this morning.
Which should be only, let's say, 4 hours.
Yeah, we just need a nice short trip, just to ease back into it.
Done any short trip, so this will be totally different. This will actually be alright.
Yeah, feeling okay.
Better than you were yesterday.
Just a reminder of what I was feeling like yesterday. Feeling better than that. Currently sailing into Port Stephens, which is just north of Newcastle. Been a much better day than yesterday. No vomiting over the edge, which is great. I feel a lot better. And the beauty about this place is just there's whales everywhere, all surrounding the boat. It's probably in pods of 3. Really hard to capture, but they're popping up every now and then. And this is probably one of the most beautiful places we've sailed into so far. But right now we're watching the sun set into the bay and we'll probably be there in about 45 minutes. Hot showers away. Ew!
What are you doing?
I'm actually editing our first episode for YouTube.
Yeah.
Check it out, that's us. That's us at Clark Rubber. That's us in the car.
Yeah, riveting.
So, you would have seen it if you watched the first episode, and if you haven't, go back and watch the first episode.
And this might look familiar.
Yes, that's where we filmed intro for the first episode. Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Chloe. And I have been working. This is how close I am to Ben.
Yeah, I need a wall here.
And he doesn't let me talk to him.
If anyone else is an editor out there and they understand, then you just, once you get in your little editing bubble, you just want to not have any interruptions.
Whereas I like to have times where I pause for a moment during my working day. And I just want to say hi to Ben, but he won't let me.
It's not that I don't want to say hello to you, it's like I'm in a different universe.
Anyway, this is the pretty life that we live.
Yeah, and you know what's ironic is that we're in like the yacht club here using.
Yeah, we should say that we are literally in a.
Just cut you off.
We're in a little members' lounge area that has been great to be able to come off the boat and actually go to work.
I should say that despite having, using their Wi-Fi and everything like that, Starlink on our boat actually works so much faster than land Wi-Fi. So if you're thinking about getting Starlink and you're umming and ahhing about it, get it.
We couldn't say anything better about it. I was definitely skeptical at the start, and
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if it was actually going to be all that it was raving to be, but it hasn't stopped working for us.
Not yet. We're feeling...
We don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, we don't want to tell Schmearlong Schmusk that it's working this good, because he might take it away from us. But at this stage, it's working amazingly, and we probably couldn't live on board without it. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
Go get Starlink.
Yeah, definitely. It's paid for itself. Is that the saying?
It's paid for itself.
It's paid off.
And then we keep paying every month after
Yeah.
that. Leaving Nelson Bay this morning. We've got our banana bread just to fill up our stomachs a little bit. Taking my seasickness tablets.
Yeah, so we're trying to make it to Forster today, but I'm about to go up the Mast to sort out our issue with our halyard that have crossed over.
She'll tell you when she's up there.
So what I've just done is this was looped over the other one. So this was over our headsail halyard, and we just need to unloop them. And now they're perfect. So we've just left Nelson Bay, which is behind us in there. Just dodged a few islands and whales. There's been quite a few whales that have been a little too close for comfort, but we've got much better conditions than I think we were expecting. The sun's out, which is very nice, very welcome, and the swell is manageable. There's barely any swell, and the wind is sort of dancing around 17 knots.
Boat over speed averaging 6 to 8 knots. So that was boat over speed averaging 6 to 8 knots.
It's actually, he means speed over ground, but...
That's what I meant. What did I say?
You said boat over speed. Yeah, so far so good. We're probably going to get to Forster quicker than we expected, which is not so bad. We'll see how we go.
Chloe's just taking you a quick photo of us. Give me 1 second, I'll get back to you.
Sundowner.
And now back to his. We have just actually pulled into Forster-Tuncurry.
Well, Forster-Tuncurry, and we are on the Tuncurry site. So Forster's over there, and yeah, we're in Tuncurry.
Super cool. They've got these public berths that you can just sort of pull up onto if they're free. Otherwise, you have to anchor.
Golden hour. How beautiful does the sky look?
And it's golden hour. But yes, you can just pull up onto these docks, tie off, and then just head straight into the town, which is like literally...
Just up this road here where all the cars are going.
Exactly. Now we're going to go find a feed in town, which is good. You just walk off your boat into town. That's what you want.
This is probably the easiest, I guess, town that we've come into, to be honest. We've always been going into marinas, which is good. So you're more secure and it's easier to get on and off. But this is good. We literally came in through that entranceway there.
Through the bar, over the bar, and through the through the channel.
I might take a moment to talk about this for a second. A coastal bar is where the sheltered waters or rivers or bays meet the swells of an ocean. Bars are inherently dangerous at times and very unpredictable. Even on a good day, conditions on a bar can change quickly and without warning. Lucky for us, we timed the Forster-Tuncurry bar perfectly, but not all bar crossings would be this easy.
I'll be the one by your side through the good and the hard times, when we're laughing, when we're hurting. I'll be the one that you need through the love and tragedy, when we're winning, when we're losing.
Chasing the light on my phone.
I reckon it's got a mess.
Yeah, he doesn't like us. Look at him. Huh? Huh? Anyway, we're pulled into Port Macquarie real quick.
I'm going to put it out there. I think that was one of our better days of sailing. The whole day we had really good wind.
We had whales everywhere breaching.
Yeah.
It was insane. A bit annoying. We've been trying to get onto the marina here all day. They weren't answering their phones or emails or anything like that. We just sort of snuck up to where the fuel dock is in the marina, pulled up alongside it, and then turns out we entered not a free berth.
It's not a free berth. It's someone's berth.
Yeah, this guy next door to us, he said, yeah, they've gone away for a couple of days in their boat, so just pull up here, you'll be fine. I'll even give you my key to the toilet block, and I'll teach you how to get into the marina.
I manifested that because when we were out there, I was like,
There he is.
Thank you.
Glenn.
Hey, how you going?
He's our neighbour for the night.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
all right.
So yeah, that was Glenn. He's local. He actually works for Marine Safety, and he's given us a key to the showers that we can borrow.
Very kind of him to do that.
Super kind, really nice. Chloe just turned on her charm again.
That's not true. You did.
I turned on my charm. Anyway, we're going to go try and find the Rubens, who are playing right now.
Lights, actually.
I just heard them say we'll finish here in about an hour and then go have a beer with you all. So I'm like, all right, sounds good. Rubens.
Okay, hot tip. When you don't have tickets to a sold out event, just find the nearest vantage point and spy in. In our case, a car park.
We left Port Macquarie in the early hours of the morning to time the coastal bar perfectly. But even with perfect timing, you can still encounter the swell picking up, and this was a relatively easy one.
Big one, big one.
But once we got through, we were treated to another beautiful sunrise. Worth it.
Laurie's currently trying to summon the whales with some whale singing.
this is Ben's idea.
I mean, it was my idea. It's just an experiment to see if the whales will come over when we sing to them with their own voices.
So far, nothing. So far, we've had nothing.
I mean, we've only been doing it for a couple of minutes, so let's see if something happens. When there's no wind and there's no whales and there's nothing to look at apart from a little bit of land, things can get a little bit boring on board. Oh, there's a whale! Yes! It worked. It worked. It worked.
It was a fluke.
It's working. This first whale I've seen in hours. Whales, what they've been doing is they've been diving under the water when they sort of see us. But then, when we played the song of the whale back to them, they came up. You can't tell me that was just coincidence. I just Moana'd the shit out of that.
Don't bring Moana into
Hey, I'm just saying. The whales popped up when we played them the song. That's what I'm saying. After a short stop in Coffs Harbour, you know, home of the big banana, and a beautiful hike to the top of Mutton Island for 360-degree views, we only had 2 more ports to call home before entering Southport. Yamba for a quick fuel stop, and Ballina to pull up next to the pub for the night. Before heading north again to witness more big things. Look, Chris Hemsworth's house.
But the real magic was rounding Australia's most easterly point, the Byron Bay Lighthouse, and a marker for us for the home stretch to Brisbane.
Chloe just pointed out.
That we made it into Queensland.
Yeah, we have.
Basically, we've just crossed the borderline, so we can see on the land there where it would normally be.
Tweed Heads is where it would be. You know what? I can actually already feel the weather warming up.
Oh,
Can you feel that?
No. But I mean, we left Brisbane back at the very start of April, so we've been gone now for what, 2.5 months.
When we thought it was going to take 2 weeks.
Yes. Left Ollie and we said, we're back in a month. Sorry, Ollie, if you're watching. But Ollie, you've been with us in spirit. It was very good to see him.
Yeah, and a big thank you to Greg and Casey.
Definitely.
And Guy and Sarah for looking after Ollie. We'll see you in 2 days.
Yes, we will.
With the Gold Coast now in sight and Brisbane only around the corner, we had to take a moment to reflect on how far we have come and the magnitude of what we have just accomplished.
To say we are proud of each other is an understatement, and we can't wait to show you what's next around the corner.